Hey, my friends, this is AD. Today, we're going to be talking about the power of visualization, seeing your way to manifesting everything that you've seen for yourself. It's going to be really exciting because we're going to get down to some technical aspects of how you actually do it and why the universe responds to it. Let's get to it.
Welcome to Better Is Now, the podcast. I believe we live in a world filled with limitless possibilities. And in this world, we are all looking to feel, do, and to be better. From that limitlessness, gentle nudges arise to remind us of our own possibilities. Today's nudge is about to begin right now.
All right, so let's just jump right into it. We live in an energetic universe. This universe it's almost like a hologram, if you will, like a video game. And everything in our universe vibrates. This plant vibrates. It's all made of energy. I'm made of energy. You're made of energy. And because of the way this universe is constructed, the building block, the basic rudimentary building block is energy. That's all. And that energy, based upon vibration, it fluctuates, it moves, and we get the chance to experience reality as it is through that energetic relationship from one thing to the next. Okay. You always hear me say that in order for you to experience something, you have to be a vibrational match for it because we live in an energetic universe and everything vibrates, and everything that vibrates has a frequency. And so each thing that we're trying to manifest, guess what it has too? It has its own frequency. You have your own frequency. Your house has a frequency. You ever walked into a place and it just didn't feel right? That's because the vibrational frequency of that place and your vibrational frequency, guess what? Didn't jive. So when it comes to understanding visualization, you can't understand it without understanding first the basic element of this existence, being energetic. Got it? Simple. So the other parts, you've heard me talk about the components of, or the protocols of alignment, how you manifest. You have to feel it. You have to write it down. You have to do a whole host of things. Great gratitude, being grateful for it. Also, gratitude is the great summoner. I don't know if you remember that piece. If you haven't heard that piece, go listen to it. But gratitude being the great summoner, because energy, it's all things. The words that we speak out of our mouths, they form constructs and they create this frequency that's like a beacon that says, here I am, this is what I want, and the universe responds to it. But the crazy thing about it is, irrespective of how much we speak about it, how much we talk about it, we have to have a framework for the universe to fill in. It's just like a house. If I say I want to build a home, and I'm talking to you and I say, hey man, listen, I really want a home and I'm really excited about this home. I can just feel it. I can feel it right now in my bones. And I'm so excited about having it because I'll be able to play pool in it. I'll be able to swim in the swimming pool in the backyard, and I'll be able to do so much. I'll be able to have a family there. I can have my dog running around. Yeah, all of that stuff sounds good, and it is a part of manifestation because yes, you have to think the thought. Yes, you have to speak the thought. And yes, absolutely, you have to feel it. You have to be passionate about it. But if I were telling you all of those things about the house that I want, do you know what to give me? No, you don't know what to give me. Why? Because you need a blueprint. I didn't tell you how many bedrooms. I didn't tell you if I wanted a living room, if I wanted an open concept floor plan, or I wanted something from a villa style home or something, some Tuscan style, ranch style. There's so many ways and so many different ways to create a home. You're not psychic. You wouldn't know what I want. And the universe is not psychic either. You don't want to leave any room for chance. So here comes the reason why we use visualization. Visualization, seeing the thing, seeing it, creating vision boards, because the universe needs a blueprint for the thing that you want to manifest in your life. Clear? Simple enough, right? But how do you do that? How do you create this? How do you create this visualization? It's simple. See it in your mind's eye. See it in your mind's eye. See, because that's actually how the universe creates. It creates from the end. It has an end picture, just like an architect. That architect, in order to help bring your vision to life, he has to listen to you, pay attention, and then write out everything. Draw out the blueprint for the thing that you want. Draw the blueprint for your house. Then you come back and you look at it and you fine tune it. And the key about visualization is that the more detailed you are about the picture of the thing that you want, the greater the likelihood of you receiving and manifesting exactly what you want. I'm going to say that again. The more detailed you are about what it is that you want. Back to our home, example. I want a 4-bedroom home. I want a meditation room. I want an exercise room. I'd love to have a spa-styled bathroom. I want at least 3 or 4 bathrooms in the house. I'm going to spend more time outside than I spend inside. So the outside in the backyard has to, be immaculate. I want to have a pool. I want to have a hot tub. I got to have a gazebo area where I may have like a fire pit next to it, or a place where I can read. Got to have some green grass so I can meditate. Those kinds of things, those are the things that I want to see in my space. So what am I doing? I'm being very specific and very detailed about it. The challenge with most people is that they're not specific about what they want. They just say, I can't wait for me to move in, for me to manifest my house. Universe doesn't operate like that. The universe operates from specifics and details. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to be very specific and very detailed about what we want. So let's start with this. Remember, you always have to write it down. That is the first place in which a dream manifests itself in the physical world, is when you write it down on a piece of paper. Like my notes for today, they're written down in this book. And so out of the words that were forming in my mind, I pulled out a pen and I put it to paper and I wrote it. And so it's now birthed into this physical reality. So do that with your dream. I had a vision for how I wanted to speak with you all today, and I wrote it down step by step, bit by bit. And I laid out the framework for how I wanted to share this with you today. So you do the same thing. So whether you're manifesting a home, a car, a relationship, especially relationships, be specific. Don't be vague. Be as specific as you can. Be so detailed. And then see that thing in your mind. All right. So step 1, you have the vision in mind. Step 2, you're going to write the vision down. You're going to write it down and write it out in as detailed as possible. Some people call it scripting. You can script out certain aspects of it. We're not going to get into scripting because that's a whole nother thing. But I want you to write down the details of what it is that you want. Be as detailed as possible. And then step 3, find a space and time for you throughout your day. And, it could be early in the morning or it could be in the evening as you're settling in for bed. But I'm going to give you some specific times where your creative power is at its peak. You want to be in as close to an alpha state as possible. Now, I'm jumping the gun here, but that's fine. Visualization is about visually planting the seeds of the blueprint of the thing that you want in your life to the universe. You're planting that seed with the visualizations that you have. So what you want to do is, as you're laying there in the morning, just as you're waking up, immediately call into action that vision that you have seen for yourself, for whatever it is that you want to manifest. And you hold that manifestation in your mind. If it's a brand new car, if it's a new relationship, if it's a new home, whatever it is, if it's a new puppy, it doesn't matter. It all works the same way. It all works the same way. So you hold that vision in your mind. Play it out like a movie. Take it to the next step. Make it animated. See yourself walking around in your new home. See yourself driving it. And of course, there's so many other variables that I would add and say, do this and do that. But today is about seeing. Today is about visualizing. This is a component, a major component in the process of manifesting the vision that you have seen for yourself. So you hold that vision for as long as you can. And then you begin to feel stuff and you begin to do all kinds of things where you're playing out this mental movie of this beautiful manifestation in your life. Make sense? Excellent. So again, what do? You have the thought. You write the thought down. Be as detailed and specific as possible about the vision that you have seen. Then find time where you're alone, where you're quiet, put some music on, meditate, or even while you're lying in bed and you want to be as close to that alpha state as possible, because what that is it's kind of like that space where your mind is attuned to a particular vibrational frequency. And that frequency gives you access into a special place where you can begin to plant the seeds in the present moment. That's where your power is. Remember, your power will always be in the present moment, because the thoughts that you're holding, the picture that you see in your mind, are seeds that you literally are planting in the powerful present moment. And soon and very soon, the manifestation will happen. Now, here's the last step. And this is the toughest step for most people. It's even tough for me. And I'm a coach. This is what I do. You have to release the vision. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying stop the vision or stop seeing the vision, but you have to detach yourself from the outcome. You have to detach yourself from the how, because what winds up happening is, if you say, I'm gonna manifest a house, your logical mind is going to start the process of getting in the way. Your mind is going to say, well, where am I going to get the money from? Your mind is going to say, well, I haven't been on my job long enough and I haven't, what am I going to do? Forget that part. Your job is to visualize the thing that you want to manifest, not the how. I'm going to say that 2 more times. Your job is to focus on the visualization, the vision itself, not the how. One last time. Your job is to focus on the vision and not the how. Because the how, oftentimes, your mind will create blocks and something that's going to impede you from getting to that place of manifestation. I don't want that to happen to you. Keep it simple. When you detach yourself from the how, you get out of the way and you allow the universe to do what it does. And I'm going to wrap up with this. I love to use plants, things in nature, to teach me lessons. When you plant the seed for something, you can only control so many parts of it. You control the soil that I pick to put in the pot. I control the type of seed that I plant. I can water it, and I can put it right in the path of some good sunshine. I can help to control the environment and put it in a condition to where it is conducive to grow. But what I cannot control is when that seed is going to sprout. I can't control it, and neither can you. And see, that's the how. So at some point, I have to let go and let the universe do what it does. Get out of the way. Because that's the problem and reason why most of you haven't experienced the thing that you have said you wanted to experience. That's just how it goes. So remember, hold that vision in your mind, write it down, carve out some time for yourself to get quiet and to keep playing those mental movies of what it is that you want. Not the thing that you don't want, but the thing that you do. Do it in a time where you're just before you get out of bed, as you're waking up, because you want to be closest to what? That alpha state of consciousness. Because that is kind of like that sweet spot for where you can plant those seeds. And when you do that, detach, release, allow the universe to do what it does. I can't control this plant and how big it grows and how long and all that stuff, but I can help to make the environment conducive, make the environment conducive for you. Hang around positive people that will feed the vision, that will encourage you, people that are manifesting the same thing. Watch them, get inspired by them, stay motivated. Keep listening to this, keep listening to the other stuff. But that is the power of visualization. This has been a short lesson on it, and I hope it has done something powerful in your psyche, and I hope I've planted enough seed for you to start using the power of visualization so that you can manifest the life that you have seen for yourself. We got a lot of fun to have with this thing. Hopefully you've enjoyed today. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, and most of all, share this with somebody. Somebody needed to hear this because they've been struggling with manifesting in their life. This is a key and a tool to do it. So listen, this has been AD. I love what I do. I'm passionate about this, and I hope that you are passionate about your life too, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
This is AD Roberts, and you have been listening to Better Is Now, the podcast. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more inspiring content. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube.